What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of South Central Louisiana State Dynasty, where this week we are going to be here at Veterans Memorial Stadium, where we'll be taking on the Troy Trojans, who do have a similar record than us, trying to make it to a bowl game just like how we're trying to make it to a bowl game. We took a tough loss last week to West Kentucky. We were in it for just about 3 quarters, but simply couldn't pull it off. So hopefully we could right the ship here today in Troy's home stadium. We did win the coin toss and did elect to kick it off to Troy to start this game off. So the Trojans will actually start with the ball, see what they can do here on this very first play of the game. Halfback's going to go into motion, and Peterson's going to drop back the pass. It's going to be a dart over to the left-hand side, and Matthew Robinson is going to get a nice little gain of 10 yards on the play before they move into no-huddle offense. This is a team that likes to move very quickly. The defense has done a lot better job of handling that no-huddle, but it'll be interesting to see how they handle it, given how West Kentucky was just grueling on this defense over the past week. The next play is actually going to be tipped. Nice defensive play by, I believe, TJ Covington makes it a 3rd and 10. So here we are, 3rd and long, and it's a screen out to the left-hand side. The halfback's going to get it, but he's not going to be able to be even close to a first down. The Troy Trojans are going to be forced to punt. Now the Mud Dogs are going to have the ball here. Very first play of the game is going to be a play-action pass over to the right-hand side, but G. Goodell just could not put it in a position where the receiver could make a play. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Very next play, they liked what they saw on offense, so they're going to do another play-action pass, and it was a dart to TJ Wood. TJ Wood with a diving catch. Thought it was going to be another incompletion, but not only does it get it by the defender, but TJ makes an amazing effort to really dive for that ball. Makes it 1st and 10 at about the 45-yard line. Very next play is going to be another throw to TJ Wood. He almost makes a diving grab once again, but this time he drops it. Can't blame him. The quarterback's got to be able to put it on the money. Next play, though, is going to be a throw over to Scott Miles, who is able to hang on to his ball and makes it 3rd and short for the South Central Louisiana State Mud Dogs. Makes it with that 3rd and 1. And so with that 3rd and 1 is going to be very first carry of the day for Casey Buggs, who only gains 4 yards on the play, but is able to get the first down and move the chains. Mud Dogs doing a really nice job so far of moving the chains. Now we just got to go finish it, as Darren Joyce makes a nice catch. Was thrown a little bit behind him, but he's still able to make the catch and continue to move these chains. Really reminiscent of how we started not the Northern Kentucky, but the Western Kentucky game. Can we finish this drive, though? That is the big thing. And so here we are, 3rd and 1. And we're going to be another play action. It's going to be to Darren Joyce, and he drops the pass. What could have potentially been a touchdown was dropped, and that's going to be 4th and 1. And the Mud Dogs are going to go for it here. And he has TJ Wood, but TJ Wood can't get there. And the ball is going to be turned over on downs. Troy is going to get it at just about the 20-yard line. So Troy has the ball after that disappointing 4th and 1 play by the quarterback tight end tandem, and it's going to start with a pass over the middle to Akeem Carter, 9-yard gain on the play, making it a short 2nd and 1. The Mud Dogs are doing pretty okay. Really would have liked to see that touchdown pass from G. Goodell to TJ Wood. That simply wasn't meant to be. As the quarterback is going to scramble Tony Peterson. Nice scramble to the right-hand side. Didn't see anything upfield, so it's going to be a 2nd and 7. 2 plays later, it's going to be a throw to the left-hand side to Jerry Dotson. Tries to dump it off to him, but doesn't realize where he is on the field and walks out of bounds for a 3-yard loss. Makes it 3rd and 12 for the Troy Trojans. See what they can come up with, and it's just a dump off to number 11, but he can't make the grab, and it's going to be 4th and 12 Mud Dogs are going to get the ball on the 30-yard line. We're on this 30-yard line. Casey Bugs is going to get the carry once again, only another 4 yards. Troy Trojans did a really good job of scheming early on. They are not going to allow us to score with our run defense, as G. Gunnell takes another sack. G. Gunnell simply did not have any time after that play action pass, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. So here we are, 3rd and 10 in the 5 verts. He sees Carl's below going down the middle and is able to get to him before the safety can come and make a play. Is instantly tackled right as he makes the catch, but he's able to hold on, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Mud Dogs here. So here we are, 1st and 10 with the 45. Definitely seems like one of those days we might have to actually beat somebody with the passing attack. See how the Mud Dogs can do it. So far, it's been a rough start, 4 for 9, 59 yards, but, just plenty of time to right the ship as G. Gunnell drops back the pass. He sees John Espinoza down the middle. There's nobody around him. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Touchdown for the Mud Dogs. And South Central Louisiana State is going to strike first because John Espinoza was left all alone, and he's able to essentially walk in for the touchdown. 7-0 South Central Louisiana State with about 1:15 left in the 1st quarter. Next play is going to be another dump off to the running back. It's a screen over to Dotson and is able to get out of bounds, but not before gaining 9 yards on the play, making it a very short 2nd and 1. To see if they try to run it here, usually more known for their passing attack, and it's going to be a play action pass. This time it goes over to their star wide receiver and Kyle Grover, who gets his first catch on the day for 32 yards. If we're going to win this game, we're going to have to try to shut him down, because this man is surely electric, one of the best playmakers in this conference. As Bobby Boucher lights up Tony Peterson. It's only a couple yards lost on the play, but Bobby Boucher just shoots out like a cannon. Tackles Tony Peterson easily on that read option, making it a 2nd and 12. So here we are, about 30 seconds left in the 1st quarter. Dotson, it's a halfback draw, and Dotson's able to scamper up the field for a 12-yard gain, moves these chains for a 1st down. See if we can hold him off here till the end of his 1st quarter as the running back goes into the motion. Tony Pearson drops back the pass, and it's another throw. This time it's to Matthew Robinson, and he walks and he scores the touchdown for the Troy Trojans. Nice connection, getting behind the defense as well as the line protecting the quarterback. Game is now all tied up at 7. Next play, it's going to be a run to the left-hand side for Casey Bug, and so this time it's a 5-yard gain. We're really keying in on Casey Bug. Saw what they did, or what he did rather, against Georgia State. They're going to try to have someone else beat them here today, as G. Gunnell takes the read option but is cut for a loss of 3 yards on the play. So here we are in a not so optimal situation, 3rd and 8. Usually is not a good sign being a 3rd and long. And as Nate Colvin makes the catch, he spins, he goes basically everywhere but up, but still almost picks up the 1st down. But the Mud Dogs are going to be forced to punt it away. Harper is on the Hardy is kicking it away. He has a cut. He only has a couple men to beat, and Vincent Washington is finally tackled at the 50-yard line. Really good field position for Troy Trojans. Now our defense really needs to step up. If they get one more 1st down, they will be in field goal range and will be able to take the lead. And that looks like that might be the 1st down that they are looking for, as Matthew Robinson, once again, who caught that touchdown pass earlier today, has gained another 25 yards. Now, not only are they in field goal range, but they are on the brink of getting inside the red zone. So here we go. Team is getting set up here. 1st and 10. It's going to be a run over to the right-hand side this time. Was initially stopped in the backfield, but is able to get past a couple of defenders before he is tackled inside the red zone this time around. Nice 8-yard gain, although TJ Covington thankfully was there to prevent it from being an even bigger gain on the play. or even worse, a touchdown. And Mike Bullock makes the pick. Huge interception for Mike Bullock as he gets his first interception of the day. Really crucial play from the Mud Dogs defense, as it looks like Troy was gonna take the lead, but instead the Mud Dogs of South Central Louisiana State are gonna get the ball, as Casey Bug is starting to find some running room. Nice little 6-yard gain on the play, makes it 2nd and short. Slowly but surely starting to tear away at this Troy defense. See what they have for 3rd and 1, and it's another run. This time it looks like it's still Casey Bug. This time it's for 9 yards, his biggest run on the day here in Veteran Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama. Next carry is going to go to Carl Wright this time, giving Casey Bugs a little bit of a breather, and it's going to be a 7-yard gain on the play, making it 3rd and inches. See what kind of drive is in store for the Mud Dogs here, as Carl Wright takes another carry. He tries to bounce it to the outside, but he's caught by the defender, but not before he gets the 1st down. Carl Wright doing a nice job as that complimentary back, giving Casey Bugs a little bit of time to breathe, but G. Goodell is going to actually scramble. He's going to keep it on a read option and gain 10 yards. Looks like it's going to be one of those drives where we're just going to grind away at the Troy Trojans defense, just snagging the heart from this home crowd. Next play is Scott Miles making a nice little 9-yard catch, moving the chains for a 1st down. Not a lot of big plays so far today, especially not on this drive, but we are sure going to take their heart out. Next play though is going to be a scramble to the right hand side. Didn't see anybody initially, but John Espinoza does spring open for a nice 9-yard gain, and it's going to be another 3rd and 1. And just like in past plays, past 3rd down conversions, Casey Bug is going to pick up the 3rd down conversion once again. I think that is their 3rd down conversion, and on the very next play he sneaks into the end zone. Casey Bug with his 1st rushing touchdown of the day. I don't know how he managed to pull that off. You can see here on the replay, he's initially stopped in the backfield. Multiple defenders had a chance to go get him, but none of them were able to make the tackle, and Casey Bug he deserved that touchdown run after the kind of tackles he was breaking. Very good run by the running back. So now South Central Louisiana State is up 14-7. Just about a minute left here in the 1st half. Looks like it'll be the very last possession, at least the meaningful possession of the 1st half. We'll see when we get the ball back, of course. But another throw is going to go to Jerry Dotson. This running back has some really good hands, as they are doing a good job of moving it down the field. 2nd and 1 though for Trojans. It's going to be a 1st down. Another catch up by Jerry Dotson, who is not only involved in the running game for this Trojan offense, but is also have played a massive role in their passing game as well. Surprised he doesn't have a star under his name, to be honest with you. Another 1st down though, as the Troy Trojans are driving down this football field. A lot of work but hopefully we can get this stop. That's for sure. I'm a little bit of a loss for words. This defense has stepped up, but you never know with this defense what you're going to get. You could either have a great defensive game, just like in earlier seasons, or you're going to have some games like Arkansas State and ECU where they can't stop a nosebleed. As Tony Peterson nearly throws a nice touchdown in the end zone, but the wide receiver could not drag his foot, so it's going to be a 4th down, and Troy's going to have to settle for a field goal. And in what it's going to be the last play, oh, hang on, wait a minute, Henry Quine's calling a timeout. He wants to see if he could throw his team off balance with another run, but that simply wasn't going to happen. That's going to be the last play here of this 1st half, and the Mud Dogs of South Central Louisiana State are going to go into the locker room up 14-10 after 1 half of play. Mud Dogs will get the ball to start the 2nd half. Alright, so here we are in the 2nd half. Very first play is going to be a draw up the middle, and Casey Bug has some space. Nice 8-yard run. The Mud Dogs did a really good job of establishing their pass game early on. G. Gannell doing well in that first half when his receivers weren't dropping anything. Now it's time to establish Casey Bug. Other than the long touchdown run, he's been held pretty quiet today as G. Cannell makes a scramble for 12 yards. But yeah, if we can get not only G. Cannell continue his hot play, as it looks like he's going to get ready to drop back the pass. Nice dart over to Scott Miles. Nice little pitch and catch there on the right-hand side to move the chains. But if we can get some longer, consistent runs from Casey Buggs as well, looks that might be a winning formula for this Mud Dogs football team. A couple of plays later, in a rare audible, Casey Buggs switch ups the play to make it a run up to the left-hand side, and it's a nice call as Carl Wright takes the carry, his third of the day. This time is for 9 yards and forces a 3rd and 1. Makes it much more manageable than what maybe it could have been if that previous play was called. And Casey Buggs is just going to scramble up and just power his way with the help of his offensive lineman for another 5-yard gain on the play, making it only a second. And a couple plays later, it's a 2nd and 8. We got a pass over to the left-hand side. It's to Nate Colvin. Nate Colvin is able to make the catch and run up the field for 9 yards. 1st and 10 for the Mud Dogs. And what's essentially a 1st and goal, see if we can make any sort of stop, and that's not going to help us in any way whatsoever, as Carl Wright is actually stopped in the backfield, making it 2nd and 11. Next play here is going to be a run to Carl Wright once again. This time he has a little bit more running room. This time it's a 6-yard gain on the play, making it a short 3rd and goal at looks like just about the 5-yard line. See if Carl Wright can punch it in from 5 yards. And he's going to do just that. Carl Wright gets his first touchdown of the day, as the Mud Dogs are able to pull ahead 21-10 with less than 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So a nice defensive performance by our Mud Dogs defense, and offense is starting to respond a little bit. And Tony Peterson throws a nice pass over to Nate Glover, but Glover is out of bounds before he comes down with the ball. It's going to instead be a 3rd and 10, actually, as Peterson drops back the pass and he's sacked. This man is able to break off his block rather quickly and does not give the quarterback any time to throw the ball. Even if it wasn't for, it looks like Beverly, who was able to make the sack, Boucher was going to light him up. So now the Mud Dogs have the ball, see if there's anything that could happen here. And unfortunately, that throw was a little bit offline. TJ Wood was open, but it looks like G. Cannell is just having a hard time connecting those passes on the run today. However, our run game is still going, but not on that particular play, as Casey Bug is stuck in the not in the outfield. This ain't baseball, but he's stuck in the backfield, and it's going to be 3rd and 12. So let's see what G. Cannell can do here. He's going to drop back the pass. He tries to throw it to Scott Miles. Unfortunately, that double coverage is just a little too tight for G. Cannell to fit that ball in there. And Troy is going to get the ball back with about 1:30 left in this 3rd quarter. Next play, Tony Peterson is going to drop back the pass. It's a throw over to Jerry Dotson once again. Another completion, his 6th reception on the day. Really nice hands for the running back, as Nate Grover gets his 2nd catch of the day. That's the first time we called his name since very early on in the 1st quarter, matter of fact, and it's part of the reason why we're winning by multiple possessions right now. But there's still plenty of game left. This time it's going to be a screen to the right, but Bruce Terrell was not looking. Oh man, if Bruce Terrell was actually looking at the quarterback, that could have been an easy pick. Could have potentially been a touchdown too. As at this point, Tony Peterson is just having a hard time getting on the same page with his receivers. That play, as well as another play that happened off screen, both were thrown out of bounds. So it looks like this drive is starting to stall. 3rd and 10 here, and it's going to be another incompletion, his 3rd consecutive incompletion of the day. The Mud Dogs are going to get the football back. So here we are with probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. It's going to be another play action pass. This time it looks like it's going to Carl Wright. who's able to get out of bounds, but not before gaining 6 yards on the play. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We are going to be going into this final quarter of play up 21-10. With a win like this, that's going to put us one step closer to a bowl game, but we need to take care of business in this final quarter before we worry about any bowl appearances now. So here we are, first play of the final quarter. It's going to be a run over to Casey Bug, and Casey Bug has a lane, and he's able to move forward for a 14-yard gain on the play. Really nice display of rushing, and he is now up over 100 yards on the day. It looked a little rough for him at first, but now he has 25 carries for 112 yards with that rushing touchdown in the first half, of course. But not there, though. Casey Bug does get hit in the out. I keep saying outfield. I meant to say backfield. My bad, y'all. But it's another, he's caught in the backfield, and our drive does end up stalling here. So Troy's going to get the ball back here with about 5:48 left in the fourth quarter. So a crucial time for the Troy Trojans. They do need to score right here, and it's nearly picked off. Thomas Higgins is able to get his hands on the football, but he's not able to make the catch. But it does force a 2nd and 10. Nice play by Thomas Higgins, though, I will say that. Next play, though, is going to be another throw out, this time to Dotson. Dotson with a 7-yard catch with his 7th reception on the day, but he does seem to be a little shaken up. We'll have to keep an eye on what's happened to him and give you an update when we know what's going on with that. Next play, though, is going to be, looks like it was going to be a read option, but Frank McCullough just blows that play up. Forces 4th down, and the Mud Dogs get the ball back. So about 4:45 left in the game. Scott Miles is going to get the pass here from G. Gunnell, who gains 12 yards on the play as they move to chains here for another 1st down. Next play looks like not Jaron, but yeah, Daryl Joyce. Actually, he's going to go into motion, but G. Gunnell is going to ultimately keep it, move the ball forward a few yards before he is thrown to the ground by the linebacker from Troy, Alabama. Next play is Casey Bug is going to gain 10 yards on the play. I see you, Casey. He's starting to really find a rhythm, putting up stats very similar to the Georgia State game earlier this season. And now we're getting to a point where we're just trying to run this clock out as much as we possibly can. Not a lot of time left. We know that time is on our side. Let's see if we can close it out. Scott Miles is going to get the pass from G. Gunnell. Got to keep him off balance a little bit. And on it for his 5th catch of the day for 59 yards. Next couple of plays later, we're going to try to pass it once again. This time it's going to be a little shallow cross, and he had John Espinosa for the touchdown, but it's going to fall incomplete, and we have to settle for a field goal. So because we didn't run that much clock out as we wanted, even though it's a 2-possession game, there's still a little bit of life left for the Troy Trojans, as Matthew Robinson makes a nice job of making the catch as well as dragging the feet. If he's able to do that more often, he might have an NFL career lying ahead for him. Next play, though, he's going to actually be sacked on the play. Bobby Boucher is able to get into the backfield and get his 1st sack on the day. Just completely overpowers the offensive lineman, and not Robinson, but Peterson did not have enough time to get the pass off. Next play, though, is going to go to Jerry Dotson. Dotson with an 11-yard gain on the play before they move into this no-huddle attack. 3rd and long in what could be the last possession for the Troy Trojans, so they have to definitely make this count. And it's going to be thrown deep, and it's going to be picked off. Bruce Terrell is able to high point the ball and get the interception, and that right there just might seal the deal. Really nice play by the secondary to prevent the long completion from happening, and it looks like the Mud Dogs of South Central Louisiana State, if they can get this 1st down here, they just might be able to walk out of here with a win. And there's the 1st down, and that just might seal the deal for the Mud Dogs. And now that the Mud Dogs are in the victory formation, it is safe to say that the Mud Dogs are going to get their 5th win on the season. The Mud Dogs are going to move up to 5-5 on the season. Meanwhile, the Troy Trojans, with this defeat, are going to fall down to 5-6. Really impressive day, though, for the Mud Dogs. Another impressive performance. Their 2nd win in the last 3 games. Looks like the Mud Dogs just might be peaking at the right time with the late season surge in order to try to get to their first bowl game in their debut FBS season. So the Mud Dogs are going to win this game 24-10. It was a nice performance all around. Our defense really stepped up after a tough loss to West Kentucky, and our offense played nice complementary football on top of that. They were able to move the ball down the field, control the clock, and most importantly, not turn the ball over. Winning that turnover battle was the biggest thing for us, and real excited that we were able to win this game, especially with how the West Kentucky game turned out for our football team. And just a little recap of the box score here today. The biggest, and it just shows why the Mud Dogs were able to win this game. And the Mud Dogs were able to run the ball for over 200 yards on the day and have vast majority of time possession, while Troy was only held to 11 yards. Both of our coordinators on top of that also are going to level up, which is going to be really helpful. But the worst news is that Andre Jenkins is going to commit to Wake Forest. Tough loss for us. So next week we're going to be going on our final road game of the season up in Virginia to play the Old Dominion University Monarchs. They're currently 3-7 on the season with a 2-5 conference record. Biggest reason is their offense, averaging only 18.5 points per game. But definitely a team that, with this, very much could be their last home game for a lot of their seniors. Definitely don't want to take them for granted, even though they may not be as good. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see. Until then, I will see you guys next time.